Hey everybody, welcome back. Right, sorry about that. Just every time I do something on my main phone when I'm fishing, like taking a phone call, the live streams on YouTube usually end up getting killed. 1 second, there's just somebody next to me, so I'm going to be quiet. I don't want to interrupt their fishing experience. All right, we're going to start off with gulp minnow. Let's try it. I want to slip into the water. Hey, what's going on, Jason J? How you doing, Demon? How's it going, FNC? There should be at least like 200 rainbows in here. We gotta find them. Let's see. Jim, thanks for joining us, and thanks for sending those pictures of your salmon eggs. I just saw them this morning. I got stuck working yesterday till 3:30 a.m. So today, I'm not sure how today's gonna go, but I have a massive headache. But that's my problem. I really want to use a spinner. I'm really slow reeling this gulp minnow. Let's see, I really want to find some holes with fish in it, which I think is what everybody's trying to do here. Yeah, I think fish will help my headache, right? You gotta check out my drip. Let me start walking, I'll show it to you. You gotta check out I just got a new hat, and now I fit in, man. You guys better hold on to your chairs. Hold on, let me walk up a little bit. You're not ready for this though. Check this thing out. Oh shit. No, I'm certified, man. Certified. Certified adult fisherman. Somebody definitely fishes this spot. Uh-oh. Rose bush. I'm gonna be a little quieter than usual today. I don't want to spook the people around me. Just want to respect them. And also, they probably think I'm super weird talking to myself. Let me just get out of this rose bush real quick. All right. Jeez. That rose bush, man, really got me. Let's try jerkbait. No, let's try gulp minnow first. There's some mud up in here. Let me slide in there. Whoa. You know what? This is a pretty good spot, though. I don't want to sink here. Well, just a beautiful spot. I'm gonna stop mumbling and let you guys enjoy this place. I didn't know Jersey has places like this. And on top of that, they got Verizon wideband. We good, man. We're gonna be coming back here a lot more often. This place probably is crawling with smallmouth bass during the summer. But what I really need to do here, though, is figure out how to get to the other side. Let me see if I can get a little further down. Oh yeah, I can totally walk this. Oh, I see a tire. Oh, perfect. I'm getting where I need to go. Hey, what's going on, Paul? I see a couple of tires here. That's really unfortunate. You can see the tire right there. It's just a beautiful place. I'm going to respect it by just being super quiet. There's about 3 fishermen around me, so I'm not going to yell or say anything silly. Thanks for showing up, guys. I appreciate it. Paul, you got to check out my hat, man. Hold on. Check this out, man. This is like instant birth control, man. Oh, I think I had a little bitey bite. You know what? That was a little bitey bite, I think. Let's go back there. If we come back here, I'm definitely taking that tire out. There's 2 tires right here. This is such a beautiful spot. Look at this place. And there's ice floating down the river, man. It's great. Thank you, Thomas. And for those that didn't respond to, I apologize, guys. I'm going to double check. You look like Mickey Mouse? That's funny. I look like a mouse from the Ratatouille. You remember that Ratatouille cartoon? I'm basically the mouse. Unfortunately, I got slimmer, so not look. Oh, you know what? That's a good spot right there. There's a couple of rocks there. Man, I gotta tell you, that 2-pound line from Walmart absolutely flies. 2-pound line, if you have a nice ultralight setup, it's just amazing. Let me see if I can walk into this river. I appreciate that Thomas Gerbino. I feel like I've seen you before. All right, hold on. I feel like I've seen a guy named Thomas Gerbino in my live streams. Let me see if I can walk this river without sinking. You see, there's a tire number 1, tire number 2. I want to wade over there. The water's it's a little nippy. Let me just put it that way. I just want to see fish, and I haven't seen trout at all. Yes, there would be a smallmouth, Ronnie. You're absolutely right. This place is filled with smallmouth. No, I just picked up I want to go right under that tree. Thanks for tuning in, Ronnie. I appreciate it. I'm sorry. I think you streamed yesterday. Well, no, I popped into your stream, but then I had to leave. Now, you see, this is what happens when you don't sleep. You forget what you did. I did pop into your stream, and thank you for showing me how to untangle my line yesterday. And then you even showed it to me on your live stream. I appreciate that. All right, let's see what we got here. Looks like some sort of a dingleberry. Paul, do you know what dingleberry is? It is fruit you cannot eat. Still don't see any fish anywhere. That's the problem I'm having. I can't believe I showed up to this spot caught a wild, not a wild, but a stocked brown trout on my first time here. That's why I keep coming back here. All right, let's go to that hole. Now, what a beautiful spot, man. I want to cast right next to that tree, see what happens. Man, I should really become a fly fisherman because I feel like what I'm doing is like fly fisherman stuff. Nice. That was not the best cast, but it wasn't the worst cast. Hey, what's going on, Cindy? Sorry I didn't see you come in. I kind of missed the first couple of the stream. I'm just trying to be quiet. Never been to this spot in my life. I can definitely tell you. I don't think I'm gonna last more than like an hour and a half in this water. I think it's about 30 degrees. Let's check the water temp after this cast. I'd say it's about 30, maybe 32. Who knows? But there's brown trout in this water, which is crazy to me. I always thought that, well, I guess a lot of private clubs come in and they stock. Next time I'm coming with only one rod. I don't know why I brought 2 rods with me today. And I think I grabbed the leaf. I'm using my go-to. This was what I recorded a brown trout on 2 days ago. It's a gulp minnow on a 1/64th ounce trout magnet jig head. So it doesn't sink really fast. And that's the only thing that we got some solid bites on here. We had three fish on, landed 1. I'm not sure if it was the same fish that we had on, but I'm assuming this. I'm just gonna use this for the first like 45 minutes and then we'll switch different baits. The only thing I'm worried about is I don't see fish. I'm really slowly, I'm just twitching it to make it look like a dying fish. I'm gonna put you guys to sleep today. I'm just a little lethargic. I'm quite surprised that I found 2 tires here. But yeah, this is a Thursday at 1 p.m. and there's at least 10 people fishing this stretch over the half a mile that I drove it. So it's busy. I'm surprised. Because usually when we fish, the only times I can fish is between like these times, and usually you'll see nobody fishing. But it's busy here. So there must be fish. Oh, yes, I remember you. I think talked to Thomas Garbino. You were from Staten Island. I remember talking to you. You told me you went fishing by the Verrazano Bridge. Thanks for tuning in, man. I remember. We had a conversation. I'm pretty sure it was you. His name sounds familiar. Because I remember we talked. I assumed you were Italian, which was correct. I think. Don't shoot me. Yeah, there's a ton of people here at DCP. Hey, Jim, thank you for those rubies, man. I appreciate it. I don't think it's a fish. We got a leaf. But you know what? There's some structure in the water there. I'm gonna cast next to it. I mean, I'll take any fish. And if it's gonna be a small rainbow, I'm just gonna release it. I have no interest. I don't want. I want to keep stock fish. Don't want to keep any, and it's no browns, obviously. Let's see. 35 people in the chat. Thanks, guys. Whenever there's people around me, if I'm doing a live stream, I get a little shy, so I can't yell. Not yell, but be my usual self. And I also want to respect people. And a lot of these guys are fly fishermen. They're like solitude. So I try not to talk too much. I hope you can hear me well. You know what? There's a nice hole over there. I kind of left my other fishing rod there. But it's okay. There's a nice hole coming up there. I did catch a little branch. I'm kind of walking down the middle of the river and I'm tossing towards the banks. I'm like a little, I don't know if this is the right things to do, but whatever. Feels like the right thing to do right now. Hey, Thomas, by the way, did you have any luck catching a winter flounder? I always wanted to catch one. Is there a lot of herring around too? You know, that minnow swims absolutely beautifully in that water. If I was a trout, I'd eat it. Thanks, Rania. Yeah, I'm glad the audio is okay. I'm not wearing my external microphone, which is usually in my glasses. I just popped my phone on that magnetic mount. I'm gonna tell you though, these guys that wear these Sims fishing hats are onto something. My ears are super warm. I'm gonna fish here for a while because I feel like there's a fish in this water. I mean, it's a nice spot. I'm sure this place in the summer is absolutely gorgeous. Should probably start learning how to fly fish. You can smell a bass? All right. If we catch a bass, oh, was that a little bitey bite or was I stuck? If we catch a bass, it's gonna be called Rhino. I felt like I had a little bitey bite. All right, DCP. This is a great spot, by the way. We got to come here more. If you whenever you're ready to fish, there's not a tire in the water, unfortunately. You can probably see it. Can you see it? You see the tire? Ah, man, that sucks. This is an absolutely phenomenal spot, though. It's so nice. I can tell you that this spot in the summer, you're gonna catch a ton of smallmouth here. This almost feels like Delaware River, where it's shallow. So if I told you guys yesterday, they put like a 7-pound trout in here, and they put a metal tag on him. His name is Bubba, and if you catch him, you have to remove the tag. And if you bring the tag to a certain tackle shop that sponsored the stocking, you can get $500, which I think is another reason there's so many people here. I mean, $500 is $500. I'm not sure if you have to pay taxes on that, but I'm going to take a wild guess and say no. But yeah, Bubba is swimming somewhere here, and he's 7 pounds, and I got 2-pound line, so hopefully we don't hook him. I don't know. Have you ever guys ever won a fishing competition? I have zero hope in myself for that. Jim says that, do you ever use the herring as cut bait? Oh yeah, herring is a popular bait down here because they're super oily. My father-in-law uses that. Okay, that's as perfect of a cast as I can do in terms of a spot. What I need to do is I need to get a better vest with all the tools on it, because if I'm gonna keep doing wade fishing, this is not the ideal time to get fishing stuff. But yeah, I have a question. For those guys that do weight fishing, do you have like a favorite fishing vest? I kind of might want to have it match my Sims waders, but I don't think I can swing a Sims fishing vest right now. I wanted to basically have a spot for the net, and maybe like some sort of a bag if you want to keep a fish. I've seen those, but I'm not sure who makes them. I gotta do some, and I want to definitely in it that are always they have that they're always strapped to it. But if over here, this is the first river that I see that I would definitely fly fish, because there's so much space. You can just walk into a river and just fly fish it. Herring and cold water fish here up north. I suspect you're down south. Hey, Tule Spring, where is he? Oh, he popped in. Hey, so Tule Springs is a man from Las Vegas, and his name is Ian. And he's quite an avid trout fisherman. Before I met him, I didn't even know there's trout fishing in Vegas. And he sent me some lures that we can try today. So yeah, no fish yet, Ian. What's going on, Daily Cast? I see you, man. I see everybody popping in. What time they stock him in? Well, I'm sure if you Google it, you'll find it. I don't want to drop the info in the live stream because then somebody's going to come over here and beat me up with a baseball bat. But it's pretty easy to find. His name's Bubba. I'm not. I wonder if people are here to fish or they actually want to catch the fish and get the money. I'm gonna say most people, like fly fishermen, are pretty wealthy people usually. They're mostly retired, so I'm gonna say they're definitely not after the money. Maybe a challenge. Maybe that's why they're here. But the fish hasn't been caught yet, from what I was told 2 days ago. Daily Cast, it's good to see you, man. Thanks for stuff. I'm gonna practice fly rod again for the cichlids and bluegill this spring. Nice. Let me catch up to the chat. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna scalp minnow in and let it sit. That's what my kid does. I'm not sure if he does it because he knows something or he's just lazy, but it seems to work for him. Let's do that. And I'm gonna read the chat. Maria, what's going on? I figured that ladyfish wouldn't get those in New York City. Are there pike there? Hey, Denmark, what's going on? No, not in this river, but we do have a lot of pike in Jersey and the Passaic River. It's a bit of a polluted river. This river, believe it or not, is very clear, even though it has some tires in it. But let's see. You want to move around? All right, we'll move around. The only problem is, well, let me finish reading the chat. I'm well, no, I don't know much about trout fishermen. I know most of them are awesome dudes. I was taught not to bother them when they fish, not to talk to them because like it's a different kind of Zen thing. So, no, but I have no problems with them. I wish I knew how to fly fish. For me, it'd probably take me about 10 years to learn how to fly fish. I've been fishing all this time and I only know how to tie one knot, so it just tells you. No, I actually know how to tie 2 knots. My bad. Daniel Bandig, what's going on? We've been fishing out hunting season before they got. That's awesome, Daily Cast. That's awesome that you can go fish hunting with your pups. I'm just gonna move on a little bit, and then I might have to come back to where I started because I did leave one of my rods there. I don't think anybody's gonna touch them, but who knows? Sorry, guys, if I'm slow today. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but I'm just like a kid right now. I'm basically walking up this river in the middle, and I'm casting to the sides where it seems like there's holes. Because I think the most shallow part is definitely where I'm walking. Every time you see me go live, well, listen, I'm just like an NJ maniac. I think both of us, like, we have jobs at night, and I think Maniac has a bit more time than me. He can fish in the morning, but I can only usually fish between like 1 o'clock and 2:30, or 12:30 and 2:30. If I don't stop fishing by 2:30, I'm gonna be in the world of pain, man. So yeah, I have to. Oh, that's good. If there's a fish, he's gonna see it. You having hasting? Well, thanks for saying that, Dog Trout Fisher. What I'm gonna do is, January and February, I usually, for my jobs, are usually the slowest months because people usually don't travel and stuff like that. Hold on. No, it's not. I got excited. But I'm going to sell. I have a couple of motorcycles I want to sell. I basically want to save up about $1,000 and buy a fly fishing setup. I'm either going to buy a used one or a new one. I'm not sure about that yet. But since I'm just going to learn, because I want to teach my kid to do it too. My kid will probably learn in 2 seconds. Me, might take me a while. But yeah, so my plan is what do I have? I have a 2004 Honda VTR 800 that is definitely worth a lot of money still. And I have a couple of motorcycles that are definitely project bikes, but I can sell them off because I definitely don't need them anymore. And I'm gonna put at least $1,000 of that money towards buying a good fly fishing setup, and maybe we'll try to learn. I don't know. Is $1,000 enough for a good fly fishing setup? And I don't see any carp. Hold on. Oh, I got so excited. You have no idea how excited I got because that's exactly how the last brown trout felt. That was a branch, but that's exactly how the last brown trout felt when we caught him. I got a little excited. I'm basically chasing one guy up the river. I keep coming up and he keeps leaving to go up. You know what? There's a nice hole right here. Hold on, let's fish this. If I'm driving you absolutely nuts by not catching or improperly fishing, you can leave me a comment. It's totally fine. I'm eager to learn. Let's do like 5 more casts with a gulp minnow, and then we'll go with Tule Springs lure. You like the Grumpy Orca? So yeah, DCP, to answer your question, I haven't seen any fish yet, and I'm wearing my polarized glasses today. So if they're there, I'll definitely see them. I really want to make it to that rock. After I make it to that rock, we're gonna go back. I'm worried about somebody I don't think anybody's gonna take my rod. It's a Shakespeare Micro Series rod. The only problem is it has a $90 reel on it. So my new rule for my future streams for at least a couple of weeks, I'm only going to use one rod. It was really silly of me to bring 2 rods for this fishing stream. Let's read what you guys wrote. Place started in a local one here. Nice. I like the name Grumpy Orca. It's a cross between Grumpy Old Man movie and did you know the name on the boat in Jaws was Orca? Oh, I did not know that. I do know a lot about the movie Jaws. It's one of my favorite movies. But no, I did not know that was the name. My flat rod cost 80 best rod I've casted, and I've had all the expensive rods, and Shakespeare is the best. Nice. So yeah, I really love a Shakespeare. I really like a Shakespeare Micro Series rods for ultralight, like a 7-footer. Thanks for saying that. That gives me hope. Hey, what's going on, Real Texas Fishing? Andrew Bates. I had a branch basically. I think we haven't caught anything yet. But look, the gulp minnow swims good. You see him? That's how I twitch him, and I let him drop. And I just usually twitch him, and that's how I go. I'm very slow with the gulp minnow. I learned that the more you let it drop, the more bites you're gonna get. Oh, this river must be full of eels. In case you guys didn't know, I love eel. I just think they're an interesting animal. So apparently Native Americans, I think 30 or 40% of their diet, protein in their diet, I think 30% came from American eels that they caught in these waters. Like I think this land used to belong to the Lenape tribes, and they were quite. I don't know if you ever handled an eel, any of you, but trying to handle an eel without gloves or towel is basically impossible. And these dudes would just go out here. They would build like a trap for eel out of wood, sticks, and stones, and basically would trap them. And with their hands, they would catch them, and they constituted 30% of their diet, which is pretty like a substantial amount. And there's still a bunch of eels here. Oh, that was a good cast. All right, gotta give that to myself. That was a pretty good cast. Hold on, I cast it right by that log. Hopefully I'm not gonna get snagged. No, I'm just a little fish swimming gingerly, minding my own. Well, I did cast into a branch. I really don't want to go there right now. I am so cold. For about 2 seconds there, I thought I had a fish. Oh, and it's a deep spot too. Ah, man. All right, well, you know what we should do? Is that okay with you guys if I throw in a spinner? Because I know everybody's probably going to tell me to throw a spinner on. Hold on, let me try to get this thing out. If I can't, I'm throwing it. Ah, man, that sucks. That really sucks. You know what? I can probably get over there. Really don't want to. The water is cold today. I think the water feels like it's like freezing, basically, like 32 degrees. Dude, I don't know what I caught, but I'm not reaching in there to get it. Let's put it that way. All right. Oh, it's a branch. Come on up here. Look at this guy. Oh, why couldn't I do that earlier? Look at this guy. You know, you want to talk about a native species from New Jersey. I mean, this is all you need, really. I mean, this is a beautiful 5-foot 3-pounder. Look at this guy. Good color in its natural habitat. Jeez, get off, man. Ow, 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 ow. All right, I think I got him off. Well, now you can't say I didn't catch anything. That was a nice stick fish. Slimmy, I caught a 3-foot eel this summer when I was bluefishing. Nice. You know what? There's a nice branch over there, and I'm actually gonna be a little bit more aggressive because I'm definitely gonna snag it if I let it drop. I just had a bite. I just had a bite. Okay, all right. I just had a bite. There's like a buried branch over there, and I kind of went over it and dropped it right underneath it. I am cold now. Hold on. There's a fish there. I'm gonna let the minnow drop. Nah, I snagged it. Ah, man. All right, well, we had high hopes. Let me grab my spinner and put it on. Let's see what we have. It's pretty shallow over here, so I'm just gonna walk over here. Oh, man. I am so cold. I have to get out of that water. Dude, I feel like I'm Bob Ross today, talking quietly. Let's see what we got. No, I'm not doing this. Let me see what I have. What do you guys think about this one? This is the color that really works well in Jersey. At least it worked for me. Caught one of these last night. Didn't realize the tail crab decapitated my melon. That's funny. That's funny, Texas. Good afternoon, Lost Trooper Gang. How's it going, man? Okay, if I'm coming here tomorrow, I'm wearing 2 thermals. Dude, I look like one of them Instagram girls because I put thermals over my leg, and then I just put my look, you can see my hands trembling. It is cold out here. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Yes, I do saltwater fish. I go to Sandy Hook all the time, but it has to be warm. I mean, at this point, I can go to Sandy Hook anytime. I got waders now. But Sandy Hook is a bit of a trip for me, so I can only, during the summer, I go once a week. It takes me an hour to get there. I know some guys drive out there from PA, so shouldn't be complaining, but... All right, hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm just trying to go shallow so I can put the spinner on. Oh, man, it's cold. So, yeah, if there's a spot that has fish, it's definitely those tree branches. The only problem is every time you cast, you run a chance of snagging. Give me a second, guys. Oh, man. I had to turn off my Facebook Marketplace. At least try to time myself out of Facebook Marketplace right now. I've been selling some stuff, and I see so many deals on fishing stuff right now on Facebook in Jersey areas. People are just clearing out their entire garage for $100. So if any of you need some gear and you're like in tri-state area, check out your local Facebook Marketplace. I can't. I have to turn it off because otherwise I'll be going to get it. There was a guy yesterday selling a bunch of Panda Internationals, and I don't have a boat to use Panda Internationals, but he was selling them for like, I mean, he had at least $2,500 worth of reels, and he was selling them for $200. That disappeared quickly. A lot of dudes are out there just buying fishing gear and reselling. I'm sure that's one of the gigs. All right. So what we're going to use is, I'm going to try this rooster tail. And this color works really well here. And it's actually a pretty good match for this rod and reel. Was eating for a moment. Hey, buddy, sorry I can't stay on it. No, all good, man. Of course, geez, thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate you. It's really nice of you to stop by. All right, let's not cast this into a tree. Bloop. And go nice and slow. Let me read the message from F4C, what he wrote. Hey, buddy, sorry I can't stay. I'm at my dermatologist appointment, but I'll get back home and hope you're still on. I'll come check you out. Thank you. Thanks, G. I appreciate it, man. If not, I'm probably going to be on tomorrow anyway. And good luck at your appointment, man. I know you got to wait for a long time to get those derm appointments. One of our friends is a dermatologist. She's in New York, and man, it takes like 6 months to see a dermatologist after the COVID thing happened. I'm hooked into something, but it's not a fish. Let's see what we have. You know what? Let's check the water temp, just so my monkey brain can stop wondering. All right, here's my handy dandy. All right. Well, the air temp is probably, I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be high 40s. Hold on. Oh wow. Can't stay moments. No, got it. Jack Prepper, I appreciate you stopping in, man. Stay safe out there and be careful. Watch your plow. Let's see. Yeah, definitely be careful mowing snow. So many knuckleheads around. All right, we got down to 41. Really? There's no way this water is 41 degrees. There's no way this water is 41 degrees. No, it says 41.2. All right, I was wrong. I felt like this water was like 34, which is oddly particular, but that's what it felt like. All right, that's where we got snagged last time, so I'm just gonna. Now I'm gonna reel slowly. I'm not a fan of spinners, as you guys know, or rooster tails, but you guys love them, so that's why we're fishing with them. I really want to fish with Ian's lures. The only problem I'm having right now is that I don't see any fish. That's what's bothering me. I like when I come out and there's stock trout, they usually can see them. That doesn't feel like a fish. Yeah, it's a leaf. Oh, this rod is so sensitive. All right. Thanks for stopping in, though, Jack. It's very nice of you, man. I keep getting into something. Whenever I fish with a rooster tail, I always get it snagged on something. And that's why I don't like to buy MEPs, because they're expensive. Yeah, this time, every time I cast, I get something that's not a fish. Ouch. Hold on. That's the problem with wool gloves. You always snag your glove. Let's see. It's very strange to me that the water temp is 41 degrees. Something's off. I gotta double check this thermometer thing, because I just see chunks of ice floating past me. Which makes me think it's much colder than 41 degrees. Because last time we were out fishing, but it was a different river, it was 34 degrees in the river. But that's when we had big chunks of ice present. That's when we were walking on ice. There's no way this river warmed up that fast. Yep, snagged. It's probably the same snag where I snagged my gulp minnow, but I really don't want to go down there because I am gonna get cold. Ah, man. That's why I don't like using rooster tails, because every time I use them, I get snagged. I get upset. Oh, this is a deep hole, though. Let me get up on the rock here. There's a little rocky rock here. Oh, the rooster tail is out. All right, that's good. Yeah, so what I was fishing before, there's like a tree branch here. That's where I think I had a bite. I'm pretty confident there's a fish there, but now I'm too close to it, I think. Hold on. Make sure my rooster tail is spinning. It's not spinning. Give me a second, guys. Okay, we're good. Now it's definitely spinning. Hey, what's going on, Mac, tonight? Dwayne, what's going on? Dwayne James, the name of the fishing rod is Daiwa Presso. Sorry I didn't get back to you right away. It's not a Daiwa Presso Air, not the fancy one. This one you can probably get $60, maybe 70 with taxes. It's a really nice rod. I feel like it gets better with time. I don't know what it is, but when I first got it, I still like my Shakespeare better, but now I really like the Daiwa. One cool thing about rooster tail, it flies so far. You can cover so much water with it. And it's easy to cast. I just know the rooster tails work really well in the winter trout. They're very slow in the winter. That's why people use salmon eggs and stuff like that. But you have to see the fish to do that. I don't see any fish. Let's see. How you doing, Saran Gudar? All amazing people, just please double tap the screen. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, Paul, we're all waiting for your live streams, man. Let me cast this in and read the chat because I've been slacking. Of course I snagged it. I can't believe this. I must suck as either I just suck with rooster tails or just let it drop too long. I felt like I let it drop for about half a second, if not more, if not less. This sucks. Dude, by these measures, I'm gonna walk to New York City through this river. Hold on, let me get off of here. Oh man, I really don't want to go down there. Oh, god damn it. Hopefully I didn't hook into something big. Four days frost and Paul, yeah, we're all waiting for you to live stream, man. All right, this is the last time I'm using a rooster tail today. I'll tell you that. I might not even be able to get to it. I'm waiting for it to get more shallow. Nah, I think I'll be okay. Hold on. This is actually a really nice spot. So if I get to my rooster tail, I'll try to climb up on that rock, warm up a little bit, and we're gonna fish from there. There's also a high chance. Hold on. Yeah, this is a good spot. This is a very good spot. Yeah, I don't think I'm, oh, no, I did get it at. Well, I was wrong. Now I'm like a little kid. Now I should try it again, right? That's a good spot. It's deep. Right on that rock. I really want to fish that, but it's really deep over there. Hold on. It's funny because when it was cold in Jersey, Paul didn't have any ice over there. And we had like 3 inches of ice here, and then our ice went away, and he got ice. Oh man! All right, next time I gotta come better prepared because it's super cold. It's super cold. I'm about waist deep in the river, and I'm cold, man. I gotta use better thermals. I'm really confident there's a fish there. It's super deep. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get to the bank. I'm going to go get my other rod. And we'll come back using land. And this way I can talk to you guys in the chat. I'm basically shaking right now. It's so cold. So I won't keep doing that. But if there's fish, it's like has to be around this area because this is the deepest spot. It has a lot of trees. That's why we keep getting snagged. But I think this is the spot where the fish is going to be. I wanna tie up Ian's lure. But I'm not gonna do a drop shot because there's no way I can do a drop shot here. I'm just gonna get snagged in 2 seconds. I'm gonna get back to my spot and just walk it in. I feel like my legs are frozen. Oh, thanks, Wild 420. I appreciate that, man. It's very nice of you. I'm basically putting everybody to sleep today. This has been basically what is that? What I was gonna say? Yeah, see, there's a tie right here. That sucks. Winter fishing in Jersey, not the best because I'm also not the best trout fisherman out there. So it's slow. All right, I'm almost back. Hold on, guys. Just give me another couple minutes. We're gonna stop and tie on something different. Let me see if I can get out of here. Now I'm looking for my rod. This is great. So yeah, if you go wade fishing, don't be like me. Don't bring two rods with you. I see my rod, but that was just dumb. I don't know why I did that. Walk out here. See, there's still ice on the edges. Oh man, that was not smart. I basically just want to warm up a little bit and grab my other rod so nobody takes it. All right, here we go. And I'm going to read the chat. I'm going to warm up for a couple of minutes. Next time I'm coming here, I'm wearing 2 pairs of thermals. All right, let's see what you guys write. Switch to drop shot, my man. I can't switch to drop shot, Ian, because I'm gonna get snagged in 2 seconds here. At the lake where I do crappie fishing, I can definitely do that. I'm gonna get snagged in 2 seconds. Look at do you see the water now? This is basically what we're talking about. So if I throw a drop shot in here, this is what the river is like everywhere. If I throw a drop shot in here, it's gonna be over in 2 seconds. That's the problem. My waders are actually Gore-Tex or something. These are like this. That's why I bought these. They are Sims G3. I didn't buy them new, but they're like super expensive. I think they have that Gore-Tex liner, and this is the first time I got really cold in them. But that's because I went into deep water. I'm only wearing like a pair of those thermal tights that you can get from Costco, made by 32 degrees. So usually I don't get cold, but I should probably wear like a cotton underlayer under them. All right. Can you toss a drop shot? You don't get snagged or anything? I'll try it. All right, let me warm up for 1 more minute, and we'll go to that spot where we got snagged. Really, is it salt water from last night? Let me see. Yeah, these are good. That's the reason I bought them used, because there's no way I can afford to buy these new. But I was offered them at a super cheap price, I think like basically a little bit over $100, and they were used once. So and they definitely were used once. They basically look brand new when I got them. They still had a box and everything. And I mean, they're nice. But next time I'm doing this, I'm definitely wearing a pair of thermals. All right, let me pop over to the street and walk down. So yeah, Ian, I really want to tie a drop shot on, but I really want to try a jig head with one of your lures. What I can do is I can probably pre-tie one of these rods with a drop shot, because by the time I tie a drop shot on, I don't have the drop shots with me in my pack right now. That's another problem. Oh, look, somebody was enjoying themselves. last night, Paul, I was at a lake fed by a creek, fed by the bay. Oh, so it has like brackish water, right? Oh man, you live streamed me last night. I'm just kind of walking through the woods like a nomad. Let's see. We're almost at the rock. I really just don't want to dredge through the river again. Well, I won't be able to jump over that tree. Hold on. Well, the problem with these spots is that they're all kind of the same, and that's the sad part. You see how like this area is not maintained. You see how there's just trees everywhere, and all those trees are in the river like that. But yeah, Ian, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come home today. I'm going to get out that drop shots that you gave me, and the Shakespeare Micro Series rod. I'll set it up as a drop shot rig. All right, we basically walked around and we're back at the spot where I got snagged. It's a really nice spot though. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a jig head. Yeah, do you see the water here? Everything is basically, you see the trees? Everything's basically covered. That's where the guy was fishing, and there's a hole here. I see it. So what I'm going to do is, oh yeah, this is a great spot. Oh, forget it. This is perfect. We're going to try, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take the rooster tail off. I'm sorry for the wait, guys. I know I bored you to death today, but it is what it is. The fishing during the summer or spring is going to be so good. I'll make it all back to you. It's just so cold I can't even talk right. All right. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Better question is, where are Ian's lures? All right, what do you guys want to try? I'm feeling this thing. It's so funky looking. Hold on. So yeah, for those of you that don't know, Totally Spring Trout Raiders makes these, and they're actually really well made. I don't like to BS in my live streams. These are actually really good. What I want to do is I want to try this creature thing. Actually, you know what? Should we try this guy? Let's try this guy. Yeah, I like this color right here. Scenic City Fishing 423 has. What kind of camera he got? I don't know anything about it. I'd be interested in finding out. All right, let's try this one. It's like a look. He's having a disco party. You ready for disco party? Look, he got the little flaky flake going on. Oh, $400. Well, $400 in 2026 is not bad, man. It's not bad. Oh, look, I was just sitting here and I found a sinker just sitting on top of the rock. That's how you know you. So we're gonna take this lead sinker away. So he's not polluting out here. Now here's the problem. Oh no, there's no problem. Yes, it is. Actually, Paul, I'm going to listen. If you can hear me well, I'm going to tell you a little trick while I show you my... what is these? These are the hooks I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use the red one. But yeah, Paul, listen up. You can use two cameras. You can actually stream from two different accounts. You just can't have the same view. I don't know if that's useful information, but I don't know how you can incorporate two different. I think you can incorporate two different camera angles into one live stream. But if you're talking about streaming the same stream from two different YouTube accounts, you can definitely do it as long as your camera angle is different. I'm not sure if that answers your question, but that was something I did I have like a silly channel, and I once or twice streamed with it when I went fishing. I had to use a separate phone with a different YouTube account, obviously. All right. Oh, that's great. I just caught myself again. All right. So here's what we can do. Got 2 pound line. It's like amateur hour today, as it is every day. I'm surrounded by fly fishermen. This is a great spot, though. Oh, this spot absolutely will rock in the summer. There's rocks, there's trees, there's everything you would need. So one of the rods and one for the water to see the light on the fish better. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, like, I think I understood your question correctly, but my main question when I have a second YouTube channel was like, well, if I already have one stream going, if I have a different angle, can I use another YouTube channel to do that stream just to pick up some more views? And it works. It's totally legal. People do it. The only problem is you can't engage with two streams at the same time, you know? There's also an app for that. I think it's called Streamlabs. What I would do, Paul, is I would actually do ChatGPT and for that question, because this stuff changes every day. And streaming is such a it's growing, right? Everybody wants to see live people doing something, so it changes every day. There's an app called Streamlabs that everybody talks about. I've never used it, but I'm gonna say, if you have ChatGPT on your phone, talk to ChatGPT. Probably better than anybody. Not to say that people don't know their stuff, but it's just because everything changes daily. Look at this guy. Okay. This is Ian's custom lure. I'm gonna try it. He kind of looks cute. Look at him. Yeah, so I have another channel. I think it has like 200 something subscribers on it. It actually has a lot of view hours, but it's a super boring channel. It's just driving videos. But I needed to grow my subscribers because I would have like 200 videos and 0 subs. So I started streaming some fishing stuff, and just make sure you use a different angle. You can literally have a camera on your head, and you can have a camera on your chest, and that qualifies. Because I remember being worried about it. You know what? I gotta give it to Ian. That thing swims beautifully. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing I did before. I'm gonna leave this rod behind, like a red herring child, and I'm just gonna go in. What do we have here? All right, hold on. Let me walk around. Oh, this is a beautiful, absolutely gorgeous spot to fish, though. If I was a fish, I'd be chilling here. Ian, are you still in the chat? Hopefully you are. I'm definitely going to drag DP kayak fishing out here, man. That's it. This place is actually great for a kayak, too. All right. Ian's probably mad at me because I'm not doing the drop shot, but I will next time we're fishing. I actually physically forgot to take them with me this time. I'm gonna go stand on that rock right there. And not, oh wow. Oh no, we're sinking. Oh, that, I think, yeah, man, I'm definitely dragging you out here. This place is actually perfect for us to go fishing because guess what? You can have 5G Verizon connection here. You have plenty of space, and we can actually park right along the road. You don't have to like walk in like a mile where I go when I go fishing by my house. You don't have to walk in a mile to fish. Oh my god. Okay, I gotta tell you this. There's definitely a fish here, and I'm definitely gonna catch it. And I'm not going home without it. If I was a trout, I'd be right here. It's perfectly deep. Yeah, so that thing swims beautifully. I don't know if you guys can see it, but of course I just create a cloud of, great. Well, it's fine. I think we're fine. If I was a fish, this is where I'd live. Yeah, that's it. DCP got no excuses. I'm gonna drag him out here. I'm gonna show him how to use the mount. Actually, you know what? I really want to do this and show this to DCP and not drop my phone in the water. Hold on, because he got the same mount I use, but I think I know why his phone wasn't. Hey, DCP, were you able to actually get your phone to stay on, or it was slipping off? Because I know what the problem might have been, or you just didn't like the viewing angle of the phone. I'm just gonna slowly reel this through the water. Yeah, I'm definitely dragging DCP out here. We're gonna do some carp fishing. We're gonna do some smallmouth fishing, and in the spring we definitely can catch some trout here. This is one of the most stocked rivers in Jersey. Yeah, this thing swims absolutely beautifully. Got to give it to Ian. All right, let me hold on. I had to get past the log. Now I'm gonna drop it. The depth here is at least 5 feet, so I won't be able to wade in here. Unless you guys want to be looking at the water level. But from now on, this is the spot I'm going to be coming to fish because the only problem is it takes me a while to get here. That's the only problem. But you can just park right next to it. It's deep water. And anytime I waste driving here, I make it up by not having to walk out to a fishing spot. It's nice. But now I know why these dudes that fly fish wear these hats. This hat, man, right here. I mean, it looks like I will use this hat to like storm the beaches of Normandy. But man, it is nice and warm. Check it out. I got this on Black Friday from Sims. I think it was like $30. And now I'm like one of them now. It's great. I see why people use them now. gonna keep throwing. This is, if there's fish out here, this probably is the highest probability you're gonna catch. Like this stretch right here is perfect for a stocked fish. It's nice, deep. You can actually probably just toss out a power bait on the bobber. I really want to catch a fish on Ian's plastics. That'd be awesome. Yeah, Paul, DCP is probably the best guy to be able to follow your instructions. And if I watch him do your setup, I'll learn from him. Because you know how I am. Until I see something, I'm like a visual learner. And if I see it in person, well, like, yeah, from your video, that's how I was able to make the spinner out of power bait. But I want to see DCP put together one of those carp rods the way you use. But there has to be a bunch of carp here. 1000% there's carp here. I was surprised how many tires I saw. That just tells you how polluted this place used to be in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. There's a lot of groups that get these tires out of here. There's a lot of groups, but still plenty of them. Doug Trout Fisher. So they stocked this river, I'm going to say between 2 and 3 weeks ago. But there's plenty of fish here because a lot of people, it was really, really cold. And when they stocked, there was, I bet you there was very few people fishing. We just, the temps were basically in the 20s here for the past 10 days. And it just started like for the past, yesterday was the first day that it broke. Yesterday was 48. And I bet you most of the fish is going to be caught in the next month here if people are going to keep showing up. It is a very pressured spot, but I showed up here 2 days ago and I caught a beautiful, beautiful brown trout. Within the 54 minutes, I checked that old video. I caught him within him, and I had bites right away too. And I caught him on a gulp minnow. It was a beautiful fish. It was a little downstream from here, but that place is even more pressured. All right, so I have about 15 minutes I can fish. Let's switch to a different, let's switch to one of those worms that Thule Springs gave me. Hold on. This is so deep right here. You can see my steps. Hold up. Oh. All right. Let's see. Don't want to get muddy. All right. I'm going to come back to this rock. All right. So here's what we can do. First of all, let me take this thing off. All right, I'm gonna take my net off real quick. Now, yeah, Paul, the more videos you make, the better it is for the rest of us mortals. Because your videos are super informative. They're super informative. I'm going to go with this green bug for our next 10, 15 casts. It's also made by Ian, obviously. Let's try it out. And I'm not worried about this jig head being red because that's exactly what we used exactly the same jig head to catch a brown trout 2 days ago in this water. So just based on that principle. I'm not worried about them being afraid of the red color. All right. That looks pretty good. Look at this guy. He's a happy camper. All right. Let's try it. You never know. I want to put it a little deeper. All right. Let's go. And then we'll try the good old gulp minnow before we leave. Well, hopefully, I catch something on this. I really want to catch something on a lure given to me by my subscriber. I think the way people have a lot of success with stock trout is scent. You basically have to, because they're basically fed with food pellets at the hatchery. So people basically use scented. That's why they use Berkeley power baits and everything. I think we're going to make a spinner out of Berkeley power bait next time. I think they'll make Paul very happy. He taught me how to make a spinner out of Berkeley power bait on a live stream, and we caught a fish with it. That was actually my biggest trout I caught that day. We caught a huge rainbow trout with us. We made a handmade spinner out of power bait. I never thought that would work, and the biggest fish came on that. Doc says black and green and yellow and white are good colors for fresh stockies. Yes, that is very true. And people have been using orange a lot. Orange power bait. I've been finding out a lot on the banks where I fish. When I go to highly pressured spots in Jersey, you always find orange power bait. And one time I actually picked off a piece and we caught a trout on it. It was just laying on the bank and we threw it on a hook with my kids. For some reason, it worked. 62 people, 40 likes. No, now we're down to 60. But yeah, if you guys haven't double tapped the screen and you feel like giving me a like, that's what you gotta do. But if you feel like I don't deserve it, we're cool with that too. All right, I really want to get over to that rock and not slip up and fall into the river. Hold on, because I feel like it gives me a better vantage point. Oop. There goes the ice. Hold on. Stepped on a branch. 3, 2, 1, jump. Okay, we made it. All right, we're in business. All right, this is as good as it can get. I don't think you can actually wade this part of the river. This is pretty deep. It was getting pretty deep when I got snagged there. That's why I walked the shoreline to here. Oh, of course, I did that. Got stuck on the rock. I feel like a Three Musketeers guy. God damn it. Well, all jokes aside, that kind of sucks. Because I can't get over there. And I can't walk this muddy bottom right now. Damn it. That's what I get. I should have dragged it over the rock. All right. Hold on. How far can I go on this rock before I fall off? All right. Let me try this again. No, not working. Alrighty, we pull it up now. Feel bad losing Ian's lure. Somebody's gonna find it later and be like, "What the hell is that? Never seen that sold in the store." All right, one second, guys. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I remember that, Paul. That was my first day trout fishing for the season. We fished, I think, we fished for a while. I think we fished for like 2.5, 3 hours. That was one of my longer streams. And we caught, Gilos, how did you do? How you do? Yeah, we caught 3 fish that day. They were stuck the day before, I think. That was an amazing live stream. I'm an extremely terrible student, and you guys taught me how to basically, hold on, I gotta put this line away so it doesn't go anywhere. One second, guys. Shields, what's going on, man? All right, this is gonna be our Hail Mary. Maybe they're just not gonna bite today. Maybe today's not the day. But I noticed that all the fly fishermen usually show up here around lunchtime, which is the right time from what I was told, because they say that in the winter trout are really not active until the warmest part of the day. I don't know if any of you can confirm that, but that's what I was told. And that's what I saw in most of the videos about trout fishing in Jersey during winter. That you gotta show up around 11 and fish till about 2 p.m. All right, let's go with the Old Faithful Gulp Minnow. Alrighty, 2.5 inch. Oh man, let's see. Oh, Demon, you still in the chat? Nice, good to see you, man. If you guys, if it's you're new to my live streams, you have to check out Paul Van Wolfern, because this guy is like, I call him the Gordon Freeman of YouTube. The guy is very knowledgeable. He's actually a warden in Netherlands, and he is a master class fisherman. He basically started coming to my live streams and helping me fish. I'm very appreciative of him. Just gonna go, I'm not gonna jig it, I'm just gonna slowly drag it. It's pretty amazing how many snags are in this at this place. Yes, last time we were fishing. Well, we were fishing about 2 miles away from President's Golf Course where his family stays. So I'm 1,000% sure there was a dude actually during a live stream. There was a random dude that definitely didn't look like a hiker that walked behind me. And I know that place well, and I feel like that guy was just checking me out, making sure I'm not crazy. But yeah, when we fish that spot, there's 3 agencies that patrol those areas. It's usually Secret Service, state troopers, and local police. And that's why there's always activity there. You always hear helicopters, and it's pretty close to my house, so I definitely know when there's parties at the golf course, because the helicopters just keep going back and forth all weekend. But here we're at least good 50 miles away from there now, so that's why it's so nice and quiet. Oh, Doug, you're in Western Scotland. Nice. You guys are the people that brought us whiskey. No, not whiskey. My bad. Scotch. Jeez, I apologize. That was absolutely terrible. I didn't mean to offend you. That's why it's called Scotch, right? You guys definitely know your Scotch. All right, Paul, I might have to drag you back to Bedminster then. That's when we were catching crappie too. Oh, that place is absolutely, that place gets crazy in the spring with the fishing. Nobody fishes there, and it's extremely polluted too. But you can catch some amazing fish there nonstop. That's where my kid would catch. We can catch as many crappie as we want. They all sit by the bank in the spring, and we know where to catch them there. Can probably fish, realistically speaking, for another 10 minutes. Oh, I don't know. I think I put most of the people in the live stream to sleep. Spring fishing. If I'm still fishing in the spring, I'm not sure I'm going back full time again in the spring, so not sure how much I'll be able to fish. But I think I'm going to be mostly working early mornings, so not late nights again. But spring fishing is going to be off the hook. That's the only times my kids want to fish, spring, early summer in Jersey. Otherwise, then it slows down. Doug says that you live on an island called Islay Whiskey Distilleries. Yeah, my father-in-law is really into whiskey, and he collects it. He has all those cool cases and one-offs and everything. He's not like a rich guy or anything. That he just enjoys whiskey and he loves the history of it. He drinks bourbon. He drinks Scotch, whiskey, and bourbon. We had like this whole craze about bourbon in the United States. I think it died off now. I think everybody and their mother started up a distillery. But Grumpy Orca, I'm not too big into drinking. I can probably drink most of the people I know under the table, but those days are long gone. Look, now I wear hats like these. You can't be a big drinker and wear a hat like this. But yeah, Scottish people are super smart. I remember they were the first people to clone, Scottish scientists were the first people to clone a sheep. Remember that sheep that they cloned in the late 90s? I forgot the name of it. They literally cloned an animal in the 90s. Like, this is 30 years ago. And they were first people. I think they got a Nobel Peace Prize for that, too. A lot of cool inventions come out of Scotland. And they're also very frugal. That I know for sure. Wheat beats booze all day long. All right, Karen. Well, yeah, I mean, like, if I could do that, then yeah, that's for sure. I never in my life did. I know a lot of my buddies, actually people that taught me how to trout fish here. I don't know why, but they would show up trout fishing with me. No joke, not exaggerating. They would show up trout fishing with me 5 o'clock in the morning. And pretty close to this location. And they would all drink beer at 5 o'clock in the morning. I just couldn't get it. I was like, dude, I can't do that. I don't know if the drinking for them was like a thing or it was just fun or a dependence, but I've never done drunk fishing. Should try one day, but not yet. And not fall into the water. I gotta wear like 15 life vests. I've never drank and fished. I'm assuming it's a ton of fun, but I've been next to drunk fishermen, but not yet. Grumpy Pass, what's going on, man? Thanks for the happy poop. It's the happy poop. Thank you. I missed you going to the chat, man. I apologize, Grumpy Bass. I didn't see you pop up. I'm looking through the chat now. I appreciate it. Yes, Dolly the sheep. That's right. Dolly was cloned, and it was cloned by Scottish. It's such a small country too. One of my super smart teachers was a professor from Scotland, and let me tell you, you probably guys already realized that he was not very happy with me as a student, and I could tell that. But he was a good dude. I remember a lot of stuff he told me. In general, I catch giant bluefin tuna on headlands with 10-pound bluefish. That sounds good, man. You do you. That is pretty wild, though. You should ride them like Moana, man. You're gonna be the Tuana. I think he's pulling a leg there with hand lads on tuna. It's a good way to take your hand off, though. I know a lot of guys that split their finger almost to the bone casting braid, surf casting braid at the ocean. I've seen it happen. That's the nastiest thing. I'm always careful when I cast. When I go ocean fishing, especially if you have a long rod with a heavy bait on it, you can split your finger open easily with the braid if you don't cast it right. Well, I'm glad I made you laugh, man. Oh, you're a commercial fisherman from Massachusetts. Oh, that's where your sense of humor comes from. You're from Massachusetts. All right. We love you guys. I actually have a tenant from Massachusetts. In Jersey, we call you massholes. No offense, man. But that's why. I should have known you were a person from Massachusetts. I watched them, Kevin, long lines. Kevin, you should make at least one post of that. I'd love to see that. Yeah, dudes from Massachusetts know they're fishing, though. You never know. Now, Kevin, I have to ask you, do all of them wear a hat like this? Today's my first day, and I'm not catching fish. I was going to say, I wear a hat like this today, I catch fish, and I get older people to talk to me. But I think when I wear a hat like this, my credit score has to be at least like 800, and it ain't there yet. All jokes aside, though, I'm really pushing it now, but yesterday I came. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it just in case my kids are watching this later. But yeah, I was cutting it close yesterday with picking my kid off the bus. Next thing you know, this live stream is gonna be played in a divorce court. And if your live stream is getting played in a divorce court, at least you got to catch some fish on it, right? It's even worse when you catch no fish. Not only you're a terrible father, you can also cannot catch fish. All right, guys, I'm gonna do a couple more casts. This was fun though. This turned fun. I appreciate the dude from. I appreciate you, Kevin. Thanks for popping in. I've never seen you in my streams before, but I thought you had a weird sense of humor, and I was like, this guy's from Massachusetts. These are the people that gave us the United States of America, man. All right, hold on. Let me do this jump. 3, 2, 1. Wee! Oh, dude, I still got it. But I don't have to live with the assholes. I see. You know where my friends live? You probably never heard that town, but it's called Ashburnham. It's like an hour away from Boston. And they're all very serious about Ashburnham. I think it has like a population of 3.5 people, but they're all nice. And they're very serious about they got some good food in Boston, but pricey. They like to make their own pasta there, all that stuff. They got some weird accents too in Boston. Are you back? Well, we fish with your lures, Ian. I'm about to run out. I might take you guys for a walk to my work car. And but yeah, we're almost done fishing. I've used your lures. I broke one of them off, unfortunately. I apologize. But I told people all about you again. You know what I want to do? You know what I really want to do? I want to pop onto this tree because nobody goes there. I'm sure there's a good reason why they don't go there, but I'm curious. I really have like 3 minutes right now. I don't want to push my luck. I want to pop over here under this tree. Oh, I don't see any footsteps here. That's a good thing. Oh, man. Hold on. You know what I want to do? I bet you nobody fishes that hole right there. I'm going to do 2 casts and we're going to run. I'm going to have to end it soon. Okay, so I feel. Oh. Well. Ah, good. We're loose. We are loose. I can do like 2 more casts, which in fisherman language I think translates to about 5 casts. And then I have to really run. No, nothing yet I foresee. I'm about to run back to my car and go home because I gotta be back home by 3. Otherwise Grumpy Orca turn into a pumpkin. But you didn't miss much. I'm basically discovering these new spots thanks to you guys, because otherwise I would never come here. I gotta level up my fishing a little bit. But we basically waded through the river. I broke off 1 lure, I think. Shouldn't have done that. That was a terrible cast, as F4C would say. But no fish. We had some friendly banter. And yeah, that's about it, man. You didn't miss much. I'm going to rethink my strategy, but this is probably the best spot I ever trout fished in my life. I'm just going to go out and say it. So I'm going to keep coming back here. For sure. All right, this was my last cast. After this one, I got to run. And I'm in one of those. Oh, we got a fish. Oh, how you doing, kids? Oh, yeah. That was my last cast, too. Look at that. Woo! All right, I should probably not say that. Oh, man. Please be a rainbow trout so I can take you home. Please be a rainbow. Yes, it is a rainbow. All right, it's a stock rainbow. How about that? This is a Rocky movie in the making, baby. We got us a rainbow in the last cast. This is a Rocky movie right here. That's a stalker, and I'm taking that home. That's a good eating fish right there. All right. I'm gonna feed that to my kid today. Look at that. That was the last cast. How are you gonna deal with that? Dude, that's awesome. That's F4C came at the right time, dude. Dude, I am beyond myself right now. That's definitely a stock rainbow. But man, that's a nice fish. All right. I love it. I absolutely love it. I really need to run to my car and get home, but man, I can't believe I just landed this. Last cast of the day. Holy mackerel. Let's take a look at the fish. And then I gotta run back. I just broke off my line, that's fine though. Absolutely gorgeous fish. Hold on. That's a stock rainbow. I'd say it's about 1.5 pounds, maybe 1.2. It absolutely munched that gulp minnow. All right, so don't hate me. It's just a stock fish for those of you that are into releasing them, but it's either way is gonna get caught or die here. So I'm gonna grab this one for my kid. We're gonna eat that tonight. All right, that was the last catch. I think F4C brought us some luck when he popped in here. I don't want to dispatch it on the live stream. I don't want the fish to suffer. So I'm going to end it. And I just want to thank you guys for hanging out. That was definitely my last cast. I still can't believe I caught that. Wow. Okay. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. I'll try to get out here tomorrow again. All right. Have a great one. See you later.